I'd like to thank everybody checking out today's broadcast. You are watching Drizzt the Drow Ranger, number 7, loosely based on the books by New York Times bestselling author R.A. Salvatore. Today's broadcast and overall channel is a dedication to Drizzt Do'Urden, Dark Elf Ranger from the Dungeons & Dragons universe, and the hopes that within my lifetime I will see a dedicated, true-to-heart Legend of Drizzt video game. Gonna continue the questing in ESO with Guinevere, Drizzt, and Andahar, which recently joined the ESO family in a way. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much for your time. Long live Drizzt, and for any fans of the books, just to confirm, there is a new trilogy coming out, written by R. Salvatore, hitting stores, released Amazon Books.com on September 18th, 2018. It's called Timeless, a Drizzt novel. Can't wait for that, looking very forward to it. And let's get this started.
It's good to see you again, my friend. Forgive me for not rising to greet you. It is a beautiful day in Suran, and I believe I'll sit for a bit longer. Yes, but I do so knowing that the legacy of the Scarlet Judge is in good hands. We Dark Elves are beset on all sides by greed and scheming malice. I fought it all my life, but now it falls to you. Keep up the work, and be the hero Vvardenfell needs. Ah, look there. The fruits of your labor.
Stay in line and keep those mouths shut, Switz, or I'll throw you in prison without your clothes.
It's good to see you alive, my friend. Oh, very good.
Indeed. Forgive me for not getting up.
Don't take this as an excuse. You're walking again, or else. I wouldn't count Mela out, and neither should you. He's walking again and probably going to be alive long after I'm pushing up roses. They build them tough in Vvardenfell.
Well...
There you are. Any luck finding the lichen? We'll need to be quick if we want full potency. Perfect. You may have noticed an odor. It's subtle, barely noticeable in fact, but once I add it to this wickweed and quama shell solvent, ha-ha! The perfect pheromone for the common house cat. Surprised? He may have squeezed a few secrets out of me, but he revealed some facts about himself along the way. For instance, he's violently allergic to cats. Sprinkle this potion over the plants near his door, and the results should be... dramatic. hope you packed a handkerchief, you smart bastard.
What's going on out here? Snooping, eh? Why, I have half a mind to... Cats? Ah! Achoo!
No, that was just... Did you see the look on his face? Aem's mercy, he certainly wasn't exaggerating about that allergy. What a buffoon! No, as much as I'd like to, you know the healer's oath. Do only moderate harm to those who cross you. I brewed a tea that should alleviate his symptoms. You can give it to him, but only if he agrees to come out and make a public apology. Then leave him to his sniffles and blubbering. Patients tend to avoid healers covered in their own snot. He can settle this business with his reputation intact. All he needs to do is apologize.
Oh, everything itches. Damnable cats! Don't be coy. I know who's responsible for this travesty. I never should have told that scheming witch about my allergy. What a low-born, wretched, undignified prank. Apologize to a grubby Telvanni piss peddler? Are you deranged? I shall report her. I shall... Oh, what's the use? Fine. She wins. Ifre's bones. What a monstrous injustice. Oh, just give me that swill. This had better work.
So, did Manaldinian relent, or should we leave him to his wheezing? Oh, thank goodness. Luring cats to his door every day would have gotten awfully tiresome. In the end, he'll see it's for the best. Collaboration always yields better results than competition. You and I are proof of that, right? Thanks again, Sarah.
Telenra, I wish to thank you for that most efficacious tea.
And?
Your alchemical skills yield impressive results.
And?
It was rude of me to malign your alchemical practice. I apologize.
Manaldinian, I forgive you. There's no reason for us to be at odds. We should try to cooperate, yes?
Yes, agreed. So, now that we're on good terms, can you please shoo these horrid creatures away from my clinic?
Of course. I brewed just the thing. Be seeing you, partner. Farewell.
At last. Did you see what's happening outside? Red Mountain rumbles louder and more frequently. The sky grows dark, and worst of all, the people are beginning to notice. Soon I'll have to muster the Ordinators to keep them from the palace doors. In part, Lord Vivec is not well. I won't allow his followers to see him in this state. He continues to lose energy, and it's becoming difficult for him to maintain the realm in his usual fashion. Now, what did your investigations uncover? I'll review these documents and present your findings to Lord Vivec. I was against bringing you into this investigation, but I was wrong. Thank you for aiding us. You should go see Lord Vivec now. He's been asking about you. I'll be along shortly. Very well. Tell me what you learned at each of the locations, and let's see what conclusions we can come to. Barrelzal faithfully served Sothis Seal. He's as loyal to the Tribunal as I am. He would never intentionally harm Lord Vivec. But that tool he mentioned... Perhaps one of the priests Vivec sent away could search the temple archives for more information. Lord Vivec doesn't want his followers to see him in such a weakened state. Only you, Canon Levuel, and myself are permitted into his palace now. Speaking of the palace, Lord Vivec wants to see you when we're done here. So your notes say, and this Saren assisted you. Interesting. Most Ashlanders want nothing to do with the Tribunal. Even so, they rarely become aggressive. I'd say this Chodala bears watching. If we can spare it, I'll send an armiger to Aldrin. Interesting theory. Perhaps Chodala's staff can steal Vivec's energy. I have a hard time imagining how an Ashlander could accomplish such a feat. Lord Vivec said the draining has grown more intense since you left. It doesn't look well. From what you discovered, I dare say there may be a correlation between the narcotic relic and the tool Barrelzal mentioned. And it seems the Ashlander thieves are connected to Chodala. So it appears. Lord Vivec's doing his best not to complain, but I can see how much the draining of his energy has cost him. Just seeing you again should improve his mood considerably.
Vivec needs to do something. Look at that sky! Lord Vivec isn't receiving visitors today. My lord, please let me send for aid. Perhaps one of the healers can help you.
Pain is best tolerated in private, as I have written in the 37th ballad.
There must be something I can do.
You can call the Archcanon. He should hear the news our friend brings us. The river drains into the sea as my divinity flows out of me. Need some work. As you can see, I continue to lose energy, and it has made me somewhat agitated. Have you made any progress toward discovering the source of my discomfort? An Ashlander? That seems unlikely, but I trust your instincts. We need to find out more about this Chodala and the ancient enemy that aids him. Take this. Another token of my appreciation. And look, here comes the Archcanon now.
Lord, the Outlander may have actually discovered something. After further examination of the documents you brought back, I have to agree with your assessment. The Ashlander Chodala has somehow siphoned divine energy away from Lord Vivek. Not exactly. But now that we know that the affliction isn't natural, we can work toward a solution, one that probably involves Chodala's staff. How the Ashlander got his hands on Sothasil's tool and turned it into a weapon is beyond me, though. Eventually, but we need to be cautious. If Chodala is as respected as you say, attacking him would start a war we can't afford to partake in. Go to Aldrin and talk to his sister, Saren. I don't trust her either, but she worked with you before. Get to Aldrin and locate Saren. She needs to tell us more about Chodala and then help us acquire his staff. Without it, we can't restore Vivek. Didn't we cover this? Let me refresh your memory.
Silvani, the greatest of the great houses.
The last mistake you'll ever make.
there, adventurer! Ah, my second favorite assistant. What a pleasant surprise. We may salvage this expedition yet. I'm afraid things are going very poorly inside this ruin. We suffered a major setback at the hands of artisan Lenarman, a grave robber of exceptionally low breeding. He's looking for an artifact, you see, and thought he could use us to find it. I managed to escape, but left my Dwemer control rod behind. The Heart of Lorcan, as if it even exists. The irony is that this ruin really does contain an item of power, a Dwemer relic called a Bathark Prism. If you help me rescue my aides, retrieve my rod, and obtain this prism, I'd happily compensate you. With the exception of capable bodyguards like Vimy Lacroix, finding competent assistants has proven difficult. Unfortunately, she and I were separated during our escape. I suggest you begin searching for Vimy at our camp inside the ruins. That's an excellent question. Scholarship on the subject leaves much to be desired. One of my less daring contemporaries believes it might function as a kind of codex, translating tonal patterns into legible script. Difficult to say. A tonal codex sounds almost too good to be true. But I don't have the luxury of dismissing such rumors out of hand, particularly when a scoundrel like Lenarman takes interest. Because he's an incompetent fraud. The fool couldn't find dirt if he fell off a horse. He needs an experienced scholar to guide him through the ruin. You see, Lenarman believes this might be the final resting place of the Heart of Lorcan. Not familiar with the myth? Priests will tell you that the god Lorcan tricked various divine forces into creating the world. This upset the natural order of things, and so his fellow gods yanked his heart out as punishment. Don't be ridiculous. The Heart of Lorcan is a work of pure fantasy. Unless you believe it plausible that Auriel attached Lorcan's talking heart to an arrow and shot it across the sea. We'll find no ancient god hearts here. Sorry to disappoint. Yes, one of my own design. A fine piece of craftsmanship if I do say so myself. I hope those thugs break it when they stole it from me. The rod exerts control over Dwemer automata. Even a fool like Lenarman could cause some havoc with it. Yes, and I'm sure he's using it to great effect. The rod can deactivate some of the machines and turn others into allies. Far too powerful a device for the likes of Lenarman.
I'd like to thank everybody for checking out today's broadcast. You're watching Drizzt the Drow Ranger number 7, loosely based on the books by New York Times best-selling author R.A. Salvatore. This is dedication to Drizzt Do'Urden, Dark Elf Ranger from the Dungeons & Dragons universe. Hoping one day we'll see a true-to-life, true-to-heart Legend of Drizzt video game. Well, Matt, thanks for watching. Thanks for your time.
does it, you're safe now. Well, if it isn't Narama's second favorite assistant. I'm assuming he told you to find me. As you can see, the situation's not ideal. We could use some help. Narama wants you to snatch his stupid control rod back from that oaf Lenarman, right? Well, we've got bigger problems. I rescued this lot from Lenarman's mercenaries, but they still have our dig leader Kasuda and 2 others. Well, if you're feeling spry, you could try to track down some information about this Bethark prism Naramo keeps yammering about. I was ready to cut and run, but with your help, we might still be able to turn a profit on this disaster. We're really doing this, huh? I hope Kasuda and the others appreciate the effort. Lotail will get this lot back to the surface. Naramo and I will be right behind you. Yeah. Nachuliftink's chock full of dark corners and hidden perches. We made it about halfway through the ruin, then Lenarman's goons came down on us like a sack full of hammers. I got Naramo out, but he lost his rod during the scuffle. I did. Pulling Duren and Berain out wasn't too hard, but Lotail was anxious to dole out some justice along the way. Ended up... Like I said before, Naramo hired Kasuda to lead the dig. She's tough as they come, organized too. She made my job a lot easier, I can tell you that. Right, Tholador and Tyrnia. Tholador's a sharp-eyed wood elf. We brought him on to look for traps. Tyrnia's a sellsword like Lotail. Unfortunately, they're both mouthy as aelets. I hope they haven't made Lenarman mad enough to kill them. Hey, I just work here. If Naramo says the heart isn't here, that's good enough for me.
Oh, Vimy. I see you're still alive. Excellent.
What are you doing in here? Didn't I just get you out?
I will not have Lenarman stealing my prize. With our friend here, I have nothing to fear.
All this optimism. Wow. No offense, friend.
I know secret paths through the ruins. We will shadow our intrepid assistant and help as opportunities present themselves.
Oh, thank the 3 Vimy got me out. Those mercenaries planned to use me as bait for those damned dwarven machines.
My brother and I signed on with Naramo because we needed the money. We knew it would be dangerous, but nothing like this.
You're a lifesaver. Literally. Watch for steam vents up ahead. They always hiss before they fire. All right? Good luck. I'm getting out of here.
Whoever you are, thank you. The Narman went deeper into the ruin. You can catch him if you hurry. I have to get back to the expedition. Don't go easy on these brutes, all right?
Sorry, breaches. I was beginning to lose hope. Lenarman's ahead, still struggling with Naramo's control rod. I think I can make it back on my own. Be careful down here, friend.
can test that if I were you. One moment. One down. And Sophia, all yours. Let's hope that rod still works, because otherwise, this will get really tedious.
Fine work retrieving the device. Good help is so hard to find. No offense, Vimy. Now, the control rod, if you please. Wonderful. Now, we simply tighten the capacitor, reset the tonal frequency, and... Oh. Lenormand somehow managed to crack the resonator crystal. That, of course, led to a catastrophic misalignment of the tonal assembly. In other words, this rod is useless. I've never seen one of my tools so thoroughly ruined. I'm almost impressed. No, but it's not a total loss. With the rod broken, Lenormand cannot turn any more of the automata against us. That may hamper his progress as well. Small victories, yes? We're close. I know it. We must keep moving forward.
We've got a horde of mercenaries searching for us and scads of dwarven death machines prowling around, but hey! At least we've got a broken control rod now, right? Well, enough talk. Off we go, huh?
sense to bad skulls. Onward to the prison.
That's remarkably unimpressive.
Looks can be deceiving, my dear vegan. This is our prize.
Hooray.
I wouldn't mind taking a look around this vault before we leave. Quite a trove we've discovered. Yet another Dwemer astrolabe. Unremarkable, I'm afraid.
And worthless. Story of our lives.
Well, here's a gem. This coffer held something of special significance.
Let me guess. You have no idea what it was, and it's gone now.
Right, on both counts.
And there's a Centurion head here. Why?
Without the interior machinery, I'm afraid we're left to wonder.
I do love wondering. Empty-handed again. At least we're alive.
Sadly, I see nothing else of interest. We should leave these ruins, Assistant. Another successful expedition. There were hiccups, yes, but a few bruises and one broken limb are a small price to pay for a find like this. Speaking of our find, do you have the prism? Excellent! I've already devised a number of experiments to test its capabilities. If the prism does function as a tonal codex, every scholarly journal in Tamriel will take notice. You'll receive some credit, of course. A glowing footnote, at least. Regrettably, yes. When I gather with other Dwemer scholars, I will make it my mission to stress the raw magnitude of Lenarman's failure. But there's no reasoning with some people. The mystique of the heart is just too strong. More's the pity. Yes, of course. Never let it be said that Naramo doesn't compensate his assistants. Your aid proved invaluable. I trust this is adequate. Until we meet again, my friend.
Take care of yourself. I'm sure we'll meet again in some other machine-infested ruin. We did, thanks to your efforts. Gotta admit, I'm shocked we made it out of there alive. Do'Urden probably earned himself a limp, but on the whole, I'd call this a measured success. I follow Naramo to the next dig, I guess. He seems pretty excited about this Bethark whatever it is. For now, at least. Once he gets bored with it, we'll be off to our next adventure. So long as he keeps paying me, that works just fine. Take care of yourself. I'm sure we'll meet again in some other machine-infested ruin.
Naturally, Naramo's trying to renegotiate our delving fee. Unexpected circumstances, he says. I'll show him unexpected circumstances when I ram my quill up his arse.
Captured by a pack of milk-drinking elves. Oh, humiliating. Sure, they had me outnumbered in 100 to 1, but still. I'm glad Lotail made it out, at least. I don't know what I'd do without this stupid lizard following me around.
You show great martial skill, sword friend. I erect the spine of respect. I regret not killing more of those dry-skinned mercenaries. But to see my partner safe and sound, that brings me great joy.
Come, do your trading here.
I could use another break.
I'd like to thank everybody who's checked out today's broadcast. You've been watching Drizzt the Drow Ranger number 7, loosely based on the books by New York Times bestselling author R.A. Salvatore. This has been a dedication to Drizzt Do'Urden, Dark Elf Ranger from the Dungeons & Dragons universe. Hoping one day we will see a true-to-life, true-to-heart Legend of Drizzt video game. Thanks for watching, thanks for your time, hope to catch you on the next one. Long live Drizzt. New book drops September 18th, Timeless, a Drizzt novel, a new 3-part trilogy done by R.A. Salvatore. Well met, and good farming.